Hey, Andrey, your 13th consecutive match win. You haven't dropped a set here in the tournament. Just talk about overall coming into the semifinals tomorrow.
Uh, yeah, it's true. I'm feeling well here. I'm playing good tennis, especially today. So, yeah, we'll see what's gonna happen. The most important thing is to keep this mood, especially outside the court after this tournament, to keep this mood inside the practices and just to be more consistent during the season, and we'll see what's gonna happen.
All right, Craig, we'll start it off with you.
Andrey, towards the end of the first set, things got back and forth and back and forth. What happened there?
I mean, it's a normal match that, of course, some moments you can feel tight, you can feel a bit nervous. Maybe your opponent can play a good couple of points, and in these moments, it's important to keep and to be calm. And today, I didn't control myself, and I let frustration go out, and in the end, I make problems to myself, and in the end, it's almost cost me a set. But I was lucky enough that I was still able to win. But I was lucky today. Maybe tomorrow, if we play the same match, because of this, I will lose the set and maybe match.
Chris?
Andrey, congrats on your win. The last season was pretty long, and at the end of the season, I think it was maybe a little bit tough for you. It was probably a lot of fatigue. I'm just wondering, how did you turn it around so well, and you're off to 18-2 start, 13 straight wins?
I mean, in my case, it's a bit different in a way. I'm really enjoying tennis. I really love this sport, and I'm enjoying traveling. I'm enjoying practicing, and I really want to improve. So in my case, I don't feel, of course, I mean, if I play some tournaments, let's say like now till the end, from beginning till then, of course, I will be tired. But after 1 week or 2 weeks off, and for me to start to play tournaments again is not a problem, because for the moment I feel that I'm young and I'm really motivated to have a motivation to improve, to be a better player, and that's why it's like sometimes I cannot wait to go to play next tournament.
Bill?
Congratulations. Just generally, in terms of your strokes, your game, how would you describe your greatest strengths?
I mean, of course, it's not that tough. I try to play aggressive, especially to take my forehand and to dictate. And that's basically the main, let's say, my main game. And then, of course, on top of that, I try to improve everything. I try to improve backhand to be able to play more aggressive. I try to able to improve defense, to be sometimes maybe if I don't feel the ball really well, that I can just play middle speed and run defense, because you need to have plan B in case if plan A is not working. Of course, I try to improve my serve. Volleys, of course, there's still huge things that I can improve, but I'm trying. And if I still not doing that really well, it means that I still have potential to be a better player, and I think this is a good of me.
Andrey, what do you think of what Rafa's been able to do this season? Grand Slam title, 19-0.
I don't know. Rafa is the best in history player, and he can do anything. Sometimes it's better just to sit down and to watch and enjoy. So we'll see. I mean, last year many people expect that he will play US Open, and suddenly he pull out and he finished the season. And then now he came back, he win a Grand Slam, and he's playing here, and then he will play clay court season. So with him, you never know, but he can do anything.
I hate to bring the world situation into this, but it is a very real factor for everybody. And in a previous tournament, you wrote on the camera, "No war, please." What has this been like? Have you been watching the news? Do you not? Have you talked about it with other players? What is this like for you?
I mean, of course, you cannot not see the news, but I try to separate what is more. I try to don't take everything serious, like let's say to take all the information, because you never know if it's true or not. And all I can say is that of course it's terrible that was happening, and I feel really bad for everyone. And I think that's why we have to be sport have to be example, and we have to be united, and we have to be outside of politics to show example, at least inside the sport. And I think that's will be a good message for I don't know, for a better world.
Craig?
Andrey, we don't know who you're playing. So can you just maybe first talk about if you had to play Kecmanovic, and then separately talk about if you had to play Fritz?
With Kecmanovic, I played. I think I played him once at Doha. Was 2019, which is
2020.
to 20. Okay, so which is 2 years ago, quite long time ago. I won that match, but yeah, after this he improved a lot, and he's showing much better tennis. And Taylor, last time I lost to him in the end of last year in Paris-Bercy in 2 sets. Not really. I think I had only one break point in the second set in all the match, so not many chances. So we'll see. I mean, it's gonna be interesting. Now I hope they're gonna play again one more time 7-6 in the third, because it's already 5-all. So we'll see, and not much to say.
Speaking of Taylor, he had a semifinal run here last year, and this year he's talking about that he wants to do even better, sees himself as a potential top 10 player. Do you get that sort of feeling about him when you face him?
Yeah, he's a great player, talented. He win many good matches, have really amazing serve, good strong shots here, especially here on a hard surface. The way he played fits him a lot. So why not? Of course, he have a great potential. Only the way he serve is a huge advantage.
Let's get our last question from Bill.
Just following up on my colleague's question, when you wrote the no war phrase on the camera lens, what kind of different feedback did you get from within tennis and outside? And also, could you comment on the British minister who is saying that perhaps players who do not speak up against Putin and the invasion might not play?
I mean, in the beginning, before I wrote this on camera, I was receiving many bad messages. When everything just starts and happen in the world, I start to receive many bad messages, and I don't know. I didn't even I wasn't even thinking how many people will see this, or where it will go or something. I just wrote what I feel in that moment, and that's it. And after this, somehow it gets over 22 million views, and I think I was one of the first sportsmen in the world who say this, and in the end, yeah, all the messages I started to receive, almost 100%, all of them were only positive, like thank you and stuff like that. And talking about the British government, it's like I said, I think we should show a great example that tennis should be outside of politics, and not tennis, in general sport, because we are athletes, we want to compete, we were sacrificing so many things, we don't see our family, we're not living in many of the athletes, they change home because of the conditions of the sport they are doing. Like I don't know, basketball or football, you have to, if you go from one team to another, you move completely, and stuff like that. And I think that's the most important thing, that we were sacrificing a lot just to be able to compete, to show that we want to do our job, and that's it. And I think sport should be outside of the politic, because everyone say this, but in the end looks like still it's not happening. So that's why I hope that we in sport they will show that there is no politics, and we will be a good example to have a huge step forward.
Okay, thanks, Andrey.
Thank you.